I thought I'd show you kind of quick, like, how many projects I have going on at the same time. I always talk about that I don't want to get involved with new hobbies because I have so many of them that are keeping me busy. A friend of mine from work had one of those ornamental reindeer that are made out of wood, and you can put them in your house, or you can set them out in your yard. She has a set of the small ones, which she had some broken pieces on it, asked me if I could fix them. So basically, she was missing a set of the antlers. I took the original antlers, put them on a piece of plywood of the same width, cut out two of them. Both of them didn't have their little tails, so I drew it on a piece of paper, tried it, and see if it was a good size. And of course, they all have the notches in them. I'll show you out in the garage what they look like. So I replaced all the parts that she's missing. I made them from some plywood. I'm painting them now. See, this is old plywood that was out in the garage. And then she's going to have her set will be complete again. I'm also still trying to figure out if I know how to carve a bulldog, and this is as far as I've gotten so far. I'm taking my time because I'm not sure of the placement of everything, but anyway, that's what the bulldog looks like so far. I'm also doing the leather bags here. I've got a pile of them. And like I said, each kid, I had made a ferro rod and striker. And I have all this time and trying to figure out what to put them in. So far, they're all wrapped up in bags in Josh's backpack that I bought him. And then I said, well, why don't we just go ahead, and after I found out that I could make these little pouches, I said, why don't we just make a pouch for each kid? We'll get a carabiner, and they can hook them on their belts or something. So that's as far as I'm getting with the pouches. I've got 3 ready to go, and I said I need to make 7, one for each kid. And then I'm making a couple of the bigger ones. I think Josh already took one home. And there's another one. So that's going on. So I sit here, I can work on the pouches, I can switch over and do some carving, and I also got to finish painting these replacements for the reindeer. So let's go in the garage and see what's going on out there. Kind of projects. One of them is this one right here. This is a grill that my son found. Someone tossed it out, and it's perfectly good. And I brought home, I think it's cuter than hell. And I'm going to get the paint. There's stove paint that you can buy that withstands high temperatures. And I'm going to clean that all out because it's still sturdy. There's no through and through rust anywhere. Even the grate is in good shape. So that's cute. I'm going to get that all done and put it out in the backyard. This is my wood that I collected for carving spoons. And I can't tell you what kind of wood it is because I don't know. It was wood that's cherry. Some of it's the cherry wood I got from camp. Some of it's wood that I just found when the yard flooded that time, and I ran out there and grabbed some of the wood and brought it in and to use for carving spoons. So that's my pile of that. That's that wet pine that Josh had found that he thought was the mother lode, and turned out it was just wet pine. It's totally dry now. There's no weight to it at all. So it's not fat wood. I already burned a box of it. And let me show you the reindeer that I'm talking about. Those are the little reindeer my friend from work has. She's had them for a while, and she said that over the years, parts came missing or broke. And as you can see, this little guy is missing that set of antlers. So like I said, I took those antlers, traced them onto a piece of plywood that was about the same width, made a new set for her, and then both of them don't have tails, so I just drew a little tail, and they both are going to have the tails. So that's that repair. She also asked me if I could fix this. What had happened was this piece right here had fallen off, and somebody had put a huge, like a bolt thing in there to try to hold it on, and the holes were messed up, so I reattached it, put the right kind of screws in there so it's back together, and that's really cute. My son had one a long time ago, but of course the children outnumbered how many stockings you could hold on it. These are so cute. What I did was I had some big cardboard that I chopped up from boxes, and I took each piece, I laid them out on the cardboard, and I traced them, so I now have a template to make my own. So there's a project that's going to be coming down the line, making those reindeer. Okay, so this is a table that my daughter-in-law had thrown out. It was her daughter's. They got it from somewhere, I don't know, but it was broken. It didn't stand like that. So I took it all apart, fixed it, re-glued everything, and now it works. I rebent the bars, scraped all the gunk off of it, And pretty much right now, and that's why the sander was sitting there, to remind me that I need to sand off the top, because whoever had it wrote all over it with marker. It's not carved in there, thank goodness. But it's to resand it and refinish the top, and it'll go back to her, my granddaughter. So that's a project. You put that back over there. Here's fat wood. That's my fat wood pile. This is nothing compared to what Josh has. This is just, as I go to his house and raid his fat wood, I've brought it back here. Goodness gracious. Okay. And this is was in a video from the first time he found a bunch of it that we knew was good fat wood. And then this is the last pile of the big downed tree that he was eyeballing, and he went back and checked it out, and then he got all this stuff off of that tree. Yeah, and we haven't been able to go back out since because the weather's been really bad. Plus, I've been working, and what I do is try to coordinate my day off with him so I can go back out and we can take the camera and show him at that down tree chopping it, because we want to test it and see if the trunk is full of fat wood. This is all from the branches that came off of the down tree. So, all right, another project. This is a decoration Josh had. The kids threw it and broke it, so its head snapped off, and I've re-glued it. The first time I did it, the epoxy didn't set up right. I don't know what the heck that was, and it fell off, so I redid it again, and it's on now. So what else it needs is they snapped off its little horns, so I'm got to come up with some way of fastening little horns. I'm thinking maybe I can make something out of wood and try to paint it to match this gray color, and then epoxy those on. And then what happens is, the way his hands are, Josh has this little, it's like a stainless steel sword that slides in there. So the sword's okay, he's got that at home. And that's the thing where it hangs on the wall. But he asked me if I could fix this because he really likes it, has had it a long time. And so far the head's back on, and I got to fabricate something for the horns. This project was something I started, never finished. I wanted to carve out a cup. It's still sitting there. And then, of course, I'm in the middle of cleaning off the bench and getting a little bit organized again. So I've got carving a bulldog, making the pouches, fixing the reindeer. Geez, I know there's more. Oh yeah, I gotta fix that table over there. So that's what I do on my days off. I try to do a little bit on each one of my projects. List. I'm gonna carve on the bulldog, I'm gonna make more pouches, and I gotta finish the reindeer.